the fact that we're able to do a show with 4 women and be somewhat well received, I think really speaks to the fact that our fan base really supports diversity and supports women in football.
Say, Dolph.
They gotta play us!
What is up, everybody? Hooday, and welcome to Tigress Talk. I'm your girl, Jess, aka Hooday. I got Kayla and Kelsey with me tonight. What's up, ladies? How we doing?
Good. Awesome. How are you guys?
We got Fro in the comments. What's up, Fro? Hooday. Thanks for watching. Wow, that was fun on Thursday. I was like, oh, this is what football is supposed to be like. It's supposed to be like a lot of fun and, stuff like that. But what did you guys think of the game? Did you guys have a good time at the game?
Oh my God.
How did you not, right?
It was a blast. That was one of the most fun games I think probably since, I don't know, at least this season, the most fun game for sure. But I think it was maybe one of the most fun games since maybe 21, 22, maybe. I was having a blast.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun holding the lead. You know what I mean? I feel like that it's been a long time since we've had a game like that where we, were pretty dominant, and it got a little close there at the end, but I never felt like the game was out of reach, where I cannot say that about a lot of other games, a lot of other things this season and last season. We've won we won some close games, we lost some close games. So it was nice to kind of be able to relax just a little bit, I thought. Fro says over the hill and over the hill and over the passing total. Sorry, Fro, that was really hard for my brain to figure that out. Yes, we love it. Flack around, found out 342 yards. He took 2 sacks and a gut punch from dirty Cam Hayward. He ran for 12 yards. I'm sorry. I was told Joe Flacco is a statue back there. I was told Joe Flacco can't run the ball. Why is my dude running for 12 yards? What? What?
I think he faked out the entire stadium on that. It took me a minute to realize what exactly was happening.
100%.
And then Orlando Brown, I can't remember if it was in that moment or after the game, but they said Orlando Brown was yelling, "That man's 40 years old! That man's 40 years old!"
My whole section was giggling. It was so much fun.
I loved it. I loved how fired up Teddy K was at the end.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys see that video? Oh my gosh. He's like chest bumping Amarius Mims. He's like amazing. And of course, our favorite thing is sad Mike Tomlin. The beautiful, beautiful sight. And I loved all the memes. I loved all of it. It was just so great for me. Jamar Chase, 16 catches, broke his own club record for a single game. Chase Brown, 108 yards. Woo! O-line, I thought looked a lot better. I thought Mims did a good job with TJ Watt. I mean, only 2 sacks, which is, I feel like the last time we played the Steelers, I feel like we got a lot more. And I know that that when we played the Steelers, was that at the beginning of the season last year? I feel like they sacked Joe Burrow a lot of times. So I thought that was really good that they held them to just the 2 sacks. I thought O-line looked a lot better. I love to see, Reisner out there with everybody. I just thought they did a much better job. And even though it did get a little close in the second half, but man, that last drive, the clock management, the awareness, the intelligence. I am just like, I cannot say enough good things about that final drive. I was so impressed with everybody.
Right there, like, oh my gosh.
Tomlin knew. Yeah, Tomlin. I think Tomlin was shaking in his boots. Honestly, he was mad. He was big mad. We did it, Chase Brown. We did it. We've been believing in you all season. But yeah, I just, for T to get down like that, and I don't know, did you guys see the tweet? I think it was Charlie, one of the Charlies tweeted about Andre Yoshivas, third base coach. I saw it because Lindsey Patterson quote tweeted it, but he's literally like, hold, like would like either tell him to run or like to hold. And I laughed because that was down in our end zone, and Lindsey sits kind of on the other side of the tunnel from me, and we were both doing the same thing. We're like, yeah, get down, buddy, get down. And it was so. And as soon as he dropped, Cap turned to me and he goes, smart. That was so smart. And I was like, yes, because we had like a minute 30 left on the clock point. It was a lot of time. And for them to be able to just kneel it down and then kick the field goal, shout out to Evan McPherson, all those field goals, it all adds up to a win, buddy. We appreciate you. And for them to only have 7 seconds left and have to basically come up with a miracle. Amazing. Chef's kiss on that last drive and all the game clock and everything. I thought it was amazing. I thought defense had a pretty good day as well. Two interceptions, one for Battle, one for DJ Turner. DJ Turner's, I think, was I think he's a magician. Honestly, I'm not sure. I have no idea what happened there. I've watched the replay so many times. I still don't know what happened. I still am very confused by it. And I know Steelers fans were really mad about it. And that just makes my heart happy. And I'm so happy about that.
Not until I got home and really was rewatching it on Twitter, did I really realize like how amazing of a catch and rip away, whatever you want to end up calling that, but it was hard to see in the stadium. You knew we got the turnover, but it was still just like, what? So then to re-watch it and to see all that, oh my gosh, that was amazing. The final drive was so scary. Were you scared? I honestly wasn't. Were you guys scared on that final drive? No. I really wasn't scared because I knew we could win it with a field goal, but we could potentially get a touchdown. But I thought that the whole clock management situation was really, really, really smart. And I think that it was smart to do it that way, because go for the guaranteed win. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you go for the guaranteed win? Why would you get a touchdown there and then give them the ball back? And sure, then they have to go get a touchdown. And I think they just would have needed a touchdown, but it's like, I thought that couldn't have gone any better. Honestly, I thought that was very methodical, well planned.
I only got the smallest little flutter of anxiety when it was actually time for the kick, and I was like, "Oh,
me too." I did a little bit, and I hate to admit it, but you're right. I did a little bit because I was like, "All right, we're putting all our eggs in this basket, all of our eggs right here on this kick." But he did it, man. And what's funny is they talked about his like small prayer group or whatever that was there at the game supporting him, and it was funny because when me and Cap and Coach Jay were walking in, we saw these guys. We saw it was probably about 12 guys, and they were literally they're all standing in a group, and they're all wearing Evan McPherson jerseys. And Cap was like, is that his family? And I was like, no, I don't think any of those guys look like they're related to him, because like the McPhersons are very slight people. Like they are his brother kicks for Auburn, and they look just alike. So I was like, I don't think so. And then it came out about that, and I was like, that makes sense why we saw so many people wearing the Evan McPherson jersey. But I thought that was really cool. And I was like, well, that makes sense though. Yeah. Fro says, you didn't watch the kick. You didn't watch it go in. Yeah. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just wait for the reaction. There
was a couple of moments where I even turned around and was like, I can't watch. But at the same time, it seemed like we were just driving so well. And it goes back to the point that you were saying. I wasn't nervous on that last drive because we were just driving. We really
everything was working. I was like, oh, this is my football team. Okay. Yeah.
Chase, I mean, happy, but man, they leave Chase wide open on the 50-yard line, right? All game, that man had 23 targets, if I'm not mistaken. So
and then when they did it,
but hey, I'm not mad they did it. Don't get me wrong, but man, on that final drive to leave Chase open like that, oh, it just made my soul happy.
Well, and then I feel like Yoshi had that big catch because both he and T were kind of well covered. So I really hats off to Flacco for making good decisions and for, and there was a tweet that I quote tweeted about the plays, how they always have two plays in the huddle and they can decide, they talk about they have the two plays, they talk about what they both are, and then they have like a play 1 and a play 2. And based on what the quarterback sees, he will change it. He will tap his helmet and he'll say either can or kill or Omaha if you're Peyton Manning. And then everybody knows, okay, this isn't the first play we were going to go to. This is now the second play that we were going to go to. This happens all of the time. Every single offensive snap, there are two plays in the huddle. So, Joe Flacco, checking out of a run or checking into a run or whatever, that is very common. And that doesn't mean that Joe Flacco is now calling the plays above Zach Taylor. I'm kind of embarrassed that I even have to say that, but come on, people. All right, I'm missing some chat here. Greg, what's up, Who Day ladies? Awesome seeing you all last week and one of the best games I ever attended and such an awesome attendance by the Cincy fans. Yeah, y'all, we killed the whiteout. We killed that whiteout. Yeah. And for the Steelers to be leading the division, what happened to all their fans? Like, I remember years where there was a lot of towels in that stadium and I saw maybe like a smattering of like 10 spread throughout.
Yeah.
I was a little bit worried because of the Detroit,
yes, same.
The week before, and I was like, I don't know how this is gonna look. And then as soon as I got in, and I got in a little bit early, it was like half an hour before the game started, and I was like, wow, it already looks awesome. So.
Fro, I think we can all relate to that. She said, I'm trying to work on my reactions because my yelling scares the puppy. Yes. Right. Yes. We all scared some animals, I think, in our day from yelling at sports. But yeah, another win for the White Bengal. Yeah, I think White Bengal's got a pretty good record going on now. So, So yeah, I thought it was a great day. And then the tailgate, I forgot to talk about the tailgate. Our friends, Big John and his girlfriend, Jen, are now engaged. They're fiancés now. So that was really fun. And this week was the British invasion. We had all of our friends from the UK over, and it was so great to see all of them and hang out with all of them. I'm so happy that they all came over to see us. But Greg said easily 90% Bengals fans. Oh yeah, easily, I would say.
Because I sit up in the third section and on the visitor side. So I mean, there's usually decent amount of away people in my section, unfortunately. But it wasn't bad at all. Like I was shocked, like exactly what Kayla was saying. I was a little worried after all the blue in the stadium the week before, but you could barely see it. Like, I don't know. They didn't make an impact. So,
well, I feel like credit goes to whoever decides what we wear from week to week, because I feel like the Steelers is the perfect time to do the White Bengal, because a lot of the Steelers jerseys that I did see were white. And if they're not white, they're black. And if they're not black, they're yellow, which basically just looks like you peed on your white jersey. So, you know what? And I feel like with the white, there's a spectrum. You can wear a cream color. You can wear like an eggshell color. It doesn't have to be stark white. And so, for it all to look good. So kudos to them, because I feel like that's a really smart choice, because it's not like you've got Honolulu blue, which stands out like a sore thumb, or like when we go to away games and we wear orange, because we're here. But so I feel like that was a really smart decision. And I hope that will be the case maybe going forward, because I think that was a good choice for sure. Or, I'm sure there's other teams that could work with as well, but maybe like the Raiders or like New Orleans, I don't know, other teams that have like not a bright color. No.
Even the black even kind of blends in a little
the black,
bit,
the black is basically the same as the white. Honestly, like it makes black or white makes no difference. And that's why I feel like a couple of years ago, when we were in Jacksonville, they were trying to do like a blackout, and all the Bengals fans were like, let's wear white. Like, no, you wear orange. Black and white are not the opposites you think they are. Like, it all looks the same. It just looks like, if it's black, it looks like a blank space. If it's white, it looks like a blank space. It doesn't mess up the aesthetic of whatever they're trying to do. Orange messes up your aesthetic. Like, wear orange when you go to away games.
Always. That's like the number one rule, right?
Number one rule. Money Mac has been money. I love the emoji use there, Greg. Yes. I was singing Return of the Mac all preseason because I could feel it. I could just feel that his energy was better. I could feel that he was going to really have a different season, and I'm so glad that he has. But all right, let's do some obviously Whitney's not here, but we'll do some game balls. We'll do some PFF grades.
Hot.
Hopefully that wasn't super loud. All right. We've got our offense. Oh, and my neighbors are setting off fireworks. So sorry if you hear that, but happy Diwali to everybody who celebrates Diwali. And my neighbors across the street are celebrating Diwali tonight. But all right. Offensive grades. Number one player. Guess.
Chase.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase. Offensive grade 90.5, amazing. Joe Flacco 84.2, not bad. Chase Brown, my guy, 78.1, and T Higgins 75.1. And you know what? I love that T Higgins and Jamar Chase are such good teammates that they really genuinely feel like they're happy for one another. And T Higgins didn't get the touchdown. He did the right thing and he sat down on the field. I don't know a lot of other players on other teams that would have done that, and I'm sure he messed up some parlays, and I'm sure he's, and it's like, but we're so lucky to have both of these guys and for them to be so selfless and really do what they do for the good of the team. And I think that's so amazing and important. So. All right, defense. So it's funny. PFF grades are kind of funny sometimes because they don't always take into account like how many snaps these guys have had. But DJ Ivy was actually our highest graded player on defense, but he only had 2 snaps. So, it's a small sample size, obviously. But number 2, so we got DJ Ivy at number 1 and DJ Turner at number 2. And all I got to say is, hey, Mr. DJ.
You should have had the voice modification for that part.
Oh yeah, wait. Okay, chat. This doesn't make any sense to you guys. Before we started the show, I was Cap was messing with the voice with the microphone, and I was trying to get back to it. I was trying to find it. But here we go. This is right. Hey, Mr. DJ, get the football. That old man doesn't know what he's doing. I don't know. I made up better words earlier, but now I can't remember them earlier. But
beautiful.
It's like a musical break.
Yeah, there we go. It's been a while. We used to have musical breaks all the time. It's been a while since we had a musical break. Jordan Battle, turnover number, I think that was technically the first turnover, but the other turnover, 75.1. Chris Jenkins, 72, and Joseph Osai, 71.8. So overall, I really felt like our defense had a decent day. They got the most important thing they did was they got the ball. They got the ball when it mattered. We took away 2 times where the Steelers were driving down the field, could potentially have scored, and they didn't because they got the ball and they took care of business. So a good team win all around. All 3 sides of the ball I thought did really great. So
I was going to say, the one mistake I think the defense really had was that big touchdown to Firemouth right at the end when there was 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah.
But it ended up being a blessing in disguise because then we were able to have enough time to drive down the field. So when that touchdown did happen, that's all I kept saying. I'm like, it's okay.
It's okay. We're going to need the ball back.
Now. I'd rather score and give us 2 minutes on the clock left than us have the 7 seconds at the end of the game to try to come back and win.
Right.
So I kept telling, I'm like, it's okay. It's okay that they scored. We have time now. So like I said, the one mistake I can really say about the defense ended up winning us the game, kind of, like, in a way, right? Like, we can chop it up to that, you know.
I mean, who would have thought that we'd be here talking about that at this point? Not me.
Yeah.
Not me. Dalton's here. What's up, Dalton? He says, watching TNF in Miami, Florida was too much fun. Dalton, you're in Miami? I'm so jealous. We're going in December, but that's cool that you're in Miami. Come on, DJ Turner. Heck yeah. Love him. Love him. So happy. Hey, quality over quantity, PJ. Yeah, absolutely. Talking about DJ Ivy and his snaps. Yeah, I mean, make them good ones, right? That's how you make a splash on this team. You know, make your time count. Make the most of your opportunities.
I love how Jamar Hail Mary at the end. I think that's probably a big part of his PFF was the breakup of the Hail Mary at the end.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Fro said, I love how Jamar is growing into his leadership role. Yes, I feel like we haven't talked about this yet, but I've seen it discussed. But yes, I honestly was a little concerned after the first Jake Browning game. Yeah. You know, it's been a little rough, but I feel like Jamar really has stepped up to be the leader, because I feel like after Joe, he's like the superstar on the team, you know, and I feel like you could argue for a lot of different guys, but I feel like it's Joe and Jamar. It's always been the Joe and Jamar show. When Joe goes down, he's got to be the one to kind of pick up the pieces. And I think he has. And I think that's so great. And it really speaks to his maturity and everything else that he's gone through since joining this team. And I think he's just doing a fabulous job. And I'm really happy. I feel like a proud mama. But Joe Flacco and Jamar balled out so hard they broke Amazon. They did? What does that even mean?
Today's been hell.
Yeah, today the internet's been crazy.
The internet's broken today?
Yeah, the internet was broken today. I think it's back now. But this morning.
Okay, Cap feels very strongly about that. He does not want to talk about that. But oh, it was not good today, apparently.
A lot of security services rely on AWS.
A lot of security services rely on AWS. And they did not have that today, I guess. So, sorry. All right, let's get into some viewer questions here. All right. We have one viewer question this week. Comes from Tom McDowell, our friend from the UK, who did not visit this time. He was here last time. He's been here, I think, a couple times now. But we missed you this weekend, Tom, or this week, I should say. And he says he's got a very important question about Joe Burrow's hair. He said, how concerned should we be with Burrow's hair? It seems things always go wrong when he changes it. And Tom, my only argument here would be that I don't believe Joe has changed his hair at all. I believe he has stopped cutting his hair, which I feel is a very important distinction. But I do believe we all saw him on the sidelines, you know, and I didn't think people made like a big deal about that he's sad or whatever. And I'm like, that's just his face. Like, leave the man alone. Like, stop. Yeah, he's thinking about fossils probably. Like, he's just like sad that the dinosaurs are dead. Like, stop like trying to make it seem like, oh, Joe is so sad on the sidelines and whatever. Like, stop assigning him your emotions. Stop projecting your feelings onto that man. But no, I did notice that his hair was like a little floppy. So I think he's maybe due for a haircut. I don't know.
No, I'm for it. Let it keep growing now.
Keep growing?
Yeah, I think like if he's gonna be like full Samson and he needs his strength for his recovery, like just let it grow.
That's actually a really good point. That's a good point. I like that. And I did hear that Joe Burrow has been in the facility like a lot, and he is working really hard to come back, and he's throwing the ball already and, you know, doing things like that. So I think that's great news. I know we're very happy that Joe Flacco has been a great pickup for us, but, you know, we're all looking forward to Joe coming back. But okay. And then the other one, this is kind of, this is like not really a viewer question, but it was something that Greg and I had talked about. Bro, I love this.
If only you knew.
Yes, bro. It's spooky season. Let's go. All right. So Greg brought up a really good point, and he said that when he was a child, going to Blockbuster and seeing all the big VHS things on the shelves and being scared of the Chucky VHS cover. And I just want to know, does anybody remember that? And like, was there a movie cover that scared you? And the only one I can really remember is the Amityville horror one with the house that had the eyes that look like the windows that look like eyes. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Were you guys traumatized by any Blockbuster movie covers as children? Or was that just a specific experience to me and Greg?
I don't necessarily have any movie covers, but I will say the Goosebumps books, if you remember.
I remember the Goosebumps books.
Like, those covers would scare me. Like, yeah. I loved Goosebumps so much, but still, I mean, I was young. Those covers were scary.
Yeah, they were, for sure.
They were. Yeah. And I loved the some of the Goosebumps I felt like were the choose your own adventure ones where you could like flip to page of whatever if you go to the right, or flip to page whatever if you go to the left. And you go read it and it's like, oh, you're dead. And you're like, no, flip back. I changed my mind. I said we watched horror movies as kids. No, I did too. Trust me. I watched movies that I watched them again as adults, and I was like, why did I watch this movie when I was 8 years old? Like, who was supposed to be watching me? Like, what? Like, who's supposed to be responsible for me here? Oh yeah, I feel like we all, if you grew up around a certain time, there was very little supervision. So whatever.
Exactly.
But all right, let's do some conspiracy theories. Lovely. Everyone looks fabulous. All right. So I'm so glad that I sent this to the group chat because I 100% forgot it. And I sent it. I said, this is my conspiracy theory. And I sent it. And I was thinking today and I was like, wait, I sent one to the group chat. And that's why I have to do that for myself because I am a goldfish and I forget things immediately most of the time. But this is actually not even a conspiracy theory. This is like a conspiracy fact. And that is that Mike Tomlin is 0-7 on Thursday Night Football road games against division rivals dating back to 2009.
Shout out.
Wild.
So we had that one in the bag from the jump. We just didn't even know it. So I thought that was great.
And I think 4 of the 7 are against the Browns, which makes it even funnier.
That is awfully hilarious. I love that. But do you guys have any conspiracy theories? Let us know in the chat if you guys have any also.
Kayla definitely has one.
I have a couple.
Oh, great.
The first one I have is I made matching Labubu outfits for Alex and I.
I brought it with me because I knew you were going to talk about it.
I wish I had mine up in my office.
I was like, Kayla's going to talk about it. I have to grab it.
So, Jess, they're very cute.
I wish Alex was here so bad because I told her I knew Kayla was going to talk about it and I wanted her to be on here, but
yes, we need to get her on here. I'm still trying to get her to do this. Okay, so Kayla, you made matching outfits for yours and Alex's.
Yes. So I
have a question.
Yeah,
I have a question. Does that come like that, or did you actually like make that from scratch, or was that just like a little T-shirt that you put on?
I got like a little doll shirt and a little doll hat, and then I scraped the old logo off of it. And then I made Caleb print out with his Cricut little things, and then we just heat pressed them on. But
that's amazing. I love everything about that. How did you know like what size? Like, is there a certain doll that like the clothes fit the Labubus, or is this like a known thing in the Labubu community? Or like
I looked up Labubu size clothing, and then I forget what the number was, but then I put that in Amazon and I was just looking and I saw a doll that looked like suspiciously like Labubu with all the features taken off so that you didn't know exactly what it was. And I didn't know what the logo was when it would come. So I knew I was gonna have to scrape it off, but I didn't know how like heavy duty it was gonna be. But
wow. That's amazing. Props to you. I love that. Yeah. No, my nieces are really into like the American Girl dolls, but it's just it's a 14-inch doll. So if you get like just 14-inch doll clothes, you don't have to pay this ridiculous price for American Girl doll clothes.
Same premise.
Yeah. That's why I was wondering. That's really interesting to me.
Yeah.
All right. What's your next one?
Yeah. So this summer we were celebrating Jerry's 40th birthday, and we were trying to manifest a good season. And I just kept thinking about 40th, and then I thought about Joe Flacco and his current age, 40. Did we somehow manifest this on mistake? But also maybe it's a happy mistake. I don't
know.
Oh my gosh, what a conspiracy.
Oh no. Uh-oh. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry. Well, maybe it's gonna be good now.
We gotta look at the bright side. It was really fun this past week, so I felt like I could finally bring this up now.
I love that. I love that you've had that like in the back of your mind this whole time. That's great. I love that. Kelsey, got any conspiracy theories?
I assumed Kayla was going to talk about the Labubu, so I just was making sure that was all I had. Like I said, I brought it on deck, and then there was actually one point at halftime. I went with a couple of my friends I used to work with came and sat next to us, and I don't know if you can tell, but Alex made us all kiss it at halftime. So
nice.
I'm just gonna keep. I don't know. Until
it's only weird if it doesn't work.
It's a conspiracy.
That's great. I love that. I'm here for it. I'm here for the little boo boo lore. I love it. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's do we need to talk. All right, we need to talk. Brought to you by Birmingham Meadery. Code Tigress gets you 15% off 2 or more bottles of mead. Oops, I left my crown on. What do we need to talk about?
DJ Turner. I know I needed to talk about him last week, but I am just on this DJ Turner hype train right now. It feels good. He's been doing so good, and I'm gonna throw a couple things at you. I feel like the season's like far enough now to where some rankings of league-wide stuff is all starting to come out. So with DJ Turner, he's first. This is amongst defensive backs or cornerbacks to be specific. I don't think this includes safeties or anything, but still, he's number 1 in forced incompletion, number 1 in forced incompletion percentage, number 1 in pass breakups, number 1 in interceptions, and 3rd in passer rating and reception percentage allowed. So in every category that matters,
in the whole NFL, that's for the whole NFL?
Yes, of all cornerbacks. And what's even crazier was he was up against DK Metcalf, who I don't know off the top of my head, but he's something like T. Higgins, like 6'7" or something like that. And DJ Turner is 5'10" or 5'11". And man, I think DK Metcalf had that one catch in the beginning, but after that, I mean, we already talked about it. He ripped the ball out of that man's hand, ripped it out. So I'm just like the biggest DJ Turner fan right now. So I had to bring him up there because man, he's just been killing it for us.
That's impressive.
It just makes me happy. It really does.
Yeah,
back just shutting it down out there.
It's been a while since we've had a guy that can do that. And, it's like watching him, he's great, but I had no idea that he's literally number 1. Like, that's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But, Fro said, what are we doing with these healthy scratches? They won't get backups if they won't be good backups if they don't get playing time. Yeah. I think that they're getting a lot of practice time though, and I thought it was interesting. I was reading, I think it was a Jeff Hobson article today about how DJ Turner was really speaking highly of Cam Taylor-Britt about how he was helping him on the sideline and like giving him pointers. And, Cam Taylor-Britt was a healthy scratch this week. That was probably really hard for him. But to be a selfless leader, to be able to give wisdom to the guy who's basically taking your place right now, I think is really, really, really awesome. And I think it really speaks highly of his character. So we're all rooting for him to get back and do what he's got to do to be a game changer on this team for sure. So yeah, that's awesome. Kayla, what do you need to talk about?
I just wanted to give a shout out to our later additions, Dalton Reisner and Noah Fant, and what an impact they've made to the season.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, and if we want to, I don't think we can really count Samaje Perine because he was there longer than the other two by a lot. But it's just nice to see kind of some of those moves that we made even late into the off season that have really made a huge impact. And I mean, I don't think that we would have had the success that we had on Thursday if we didn't have either of those guys. So. Mm-hmm.
Totally. I loved that when I was looking at the snap count, I didn't realize that Dalton Reisner was in there for every single one. It was the same line. It was the same line all day. And I think that really made a difference. And so I was really happy to see that. And, Noah Fant, the fact that Joe Flacco's already played with him, but also it doesn't matter because Joe Flacco had 5 practice reps with Jamar Chase before going off. Yeah. So clearly that does not matter, but it is nice that it is also a thing. So, yeah.
And one thing I'll put, when you're saying Dalton Reisner, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I rewatched the game like the next day, but Dalton Reisner, I did notice is so random, but he is the first person every single time helping somebody up. I don't know if you noticed that. Keep an eye on it, watch it, because it's insane every time. There's anybody on the ground, he is the first person running over there to help him up. And I just think it's a good teammate in general. I think he did amazing. But that little fact I noticed of just he was always there. He was always there. Even if he wasn't necessarily the closest person, he was running over there to go help him out. I don't know. I'd like to see that kind of thing,
You can tell he's a really good person. Like he and his wife both just seem like really good people. Like they just seem really kind and just salt of the earth type people. So I'm really glad I'm so glad that he's a Bengal. I'm glad that she was excited that he's a Bengal. I'm glad it all just makes my heart really happy. So very glad about all of that. Well, we need to talk is regarding Jamar Chase. I know we've talked about him a lot already, but be sure and vote for him for the FedEx Air and Ground Player of the Week. That is up right now on Bengal Social. So make sure you're voting for him. And then this was a Jeff Hobson. Jeff Hobson, I love reading his stuff because he slips these like little facts in there. And he's just so masterful the way that he does things and the way he puts things. But he said Jamar Chase could be the first wide receiver since World War II to win back-to-back Triple Crowns.
It's World War II.
Since World War II to win back-to-back Triple Crowns. Because I don't think he's in the lead on all of the things, but I think like Puka is injured and he was beating him on one thing. So he has a real chance. He has a real chance to get it again. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying he could. Wouldn't that be great? All right. Well, I forgot about this, but let's do who day or who nay. Nope. That's not what I wanted. There it goes. All right. Who day or who nay? Bengals fit check. I thought we had some good ones this week. So let's get into it. Josh Newton, I have a question. Are the windsuits back? Like, I'm sorry, the wind never stood a chance this day, but like, this is like prime 90s to me. But I just need to know, like, is this back? Is this look back?
I think everything 90s is back right now. I mean, I'm the least trendy human, but like every time I look around, I'm like, people wear this now. Like that's what I was wearing when I was 8. Like
yeah,
so
no, I remember it was a big deal.
back.
I like
It's
my
back.
swishy suit. It was a big deal. You couldn't tell me nothing when I had my swishy suit on.
Yep.
All right, so what are we getting this? A Who Day? I like it. I'm getting Reds vibes. Like I would totally wear that to opening day.
Yeah, I like it.
And I had to zoom in. I thought that logo was something different. No, it's just Nike. I like zoomed in on it, like, what logo is that? Oh, it's Nike. He's just wearing a swishy suit. All right, what else?
Yes.
Chase Brown. Looks like he just parked his motorcycle and he's about to go break somebody's heart or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is he a T-bird? Is he he's maybe a T-bird. Yeah. They need the what?
The deep voice.
Oh, the deep voice.
Oh,
Oh, hold on. I have a deep voice. Everyone loves this.
Deep voice. What was that you called? Is that dancing?
that one.
I'm so confused. Oh, I just clicked on something and made this like crazy sound.
It sounds crazy. I don't know what you're saying though.
Okay, I can't realize that I can't come back. Sounds kind of versus J.R. Chance, yeah. Oh.
He's on his way to break somebody's heart.
Oh.
There you go.
Is that good?
Yeah.
All right. I give this a Who Day. I love a leather jacket. I don't care if that makes me a chuggy millennial. I love a leather jacket. So
And I love the jeans. I love they're very
the belts,
legs.
the whole thing. Love it. Who Day. All right. Next.
Okay.
BJ Hill.
Okay, BJ.
Yeah. I've
What do
liked
we
a lot of his looks this year, including this one, I think.
You know, for me, it's giving like Men in Black on the subway commuting to work. He's got his like windbreaker on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I kind of like it though. There's something about it that I like, and I'm not sure what it is because I don't know if I would necessarily put those components together, but I do enjoy it for some reason. It might be the bag and the amount of contrast. Everything's
There's so much contrast going on here. I mean, those pants with the shoes are like a red burgundy color.
Yeah,
I like it
And
too.
the pants look kind of casual, but then the tie looks very dressed up. So yeah, I think, but you know what? I honestly feel like BJ Hill can do no wrong. So he's always going to get a Who Day from me.
Yes.
All right. Well, who's next? Teddy K. Now, I wish Bridget was here because this is exactly what she was talking about when we were talking about Ted Karras's outfit. She's like, we need the free T-shirt, whatever. And I just love that he's wearing his Cincy hat, American flag T-shirt. This is the Ted Karras we love. This is the Ted Karras that we all fell in love with. This is the Ted Karras that said, "Up yours, Tennessee." And this is the Ted Karras that was chest bumping Amarius Mims after the game was over. So, welcome back, Teddy K. Who Day.
Very on brand. Literally.
So on brand. Literally. All right. This one is my favorite. This is my favorite, Kelsey. When you brought this one up, I was like, yes. Yes, DJ Turner, not only number one in all those things you just said, but also I think number one outfit because this is amazing. I love this. I love that color. Yeah. I love the cut of the suit. I love his shiny shoes. I love his bag. I love everything about this. And I think this is amazing.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, he looks good.
No notes at all. I love the collar on the shirt. Like it just all is so good. It's so good. And yeah, that is his color for sure.
Oh yeah.
So, all right. So Who Day for me. It's all Who Days across the board. Bridget's not here, so we can give everyone a Who Day. All right, that was fun. Okay, what's next? Looking ahead to the matchup with the Jets. You know, I think the Jets are better than their record indicates. You know, they have lost a lot of close games in the fashion that we have lost a lot of close games in seasons prior. So I'm not overlooking these Jets at all. And I think they are angry and they are tired of being disrespected. And I'm not going to say I'm worried about this game, but I am going to say that I think that this is not going to be a walk in the park like a lot of people I think are thinking that it will be. What do you guys think?
Agree.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, especially with Fields being, I feel like we've had this story before where we're going in and the Jets are looming, and then Mike White comes and gives us nightmares, and I don't know. They kind of scare me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
A little bit. Sorry, there was a comment by Rob here who was talking about the matchup. He said, when the Bengals beat the Jets. Okay, I like your confidence, Rob. That fan base will totally implode and self-destruct. I don't think so. I think the people of New York and New Jersey are stronger than that. But too bad. No badass white jerseys this week. Sauce Gardner can't stop Chase. Yeah, I don't know. I hope you're right, Rob. That's
I saw Chase. I saw Sauce came out of the game and went into the tunnel. I don't know anything more than that, but I was watching that game and he came out of the game and went in the tunnel towards the end. So I'm not sure what his injury. I mean, I know it's too early for injuries, but yeah, so I don't know what's going on there, but he didn't come back in the game.
Yeah.
It was towards the end already, but still, I mean.
Yeah, maybe it was just because they were losing and, whatever. But
and Fields got benched too.
Who?
They were losing, but not by a lot, though. I think it was within a one-score game.
Yeah. Who'd you say got benched?
Justin Fields.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Yes, Justin Fields. And, being an Ohio State fan, I'm like, oh, poor Justin Fields. He can't, God love him. But, I hate the idea of them starting a backup against us, honestly. So... Oh my God, Fro. Sorry, I missed his comment. Mormon chic. Exactly. Okay. That is exactly what I was thinking. I guarantee you that shirt underneath there is a short sleeve shirt. I guarantee it. 100%. Yes, thank you. I can see him riding his bicycle with his helmet on in traffic, like literally, like I can see it all. It's perfect. That's the perfect thing. Wait, who got cut? Wait, hold on. Oh, Mike White. Mike White got cut. Is that what you're saying, bro? Okay. Yeah.
Man, I remember I was at that Mike White game in New Jersey.
I had to work that day, but I remember that was Halloween, and we all thought we were going to go in there and just blow the doors off of them, and then we got so embarrassed, and I was like,
yeah,
crazy.
I was there, unfortunately.
That was not a fun one.
Elder. Hello, my name is Elder Hill. I'd like to tell you about the most amazing book. All right, if you've never seen Book of Mormon, sorry, that was totally random, but Book of Mormon is a very, very, very inappropriate and offensive musical that is
very good. I've had 10 out of 10 recommend it.
It's the guys who created South Park, Matt and Trey? Yeah. I don't remember their names. But anywho, yes, that's perfect for it. That's exactly what I could not find that in my brain, but that's exactly what I was looking for. But all right. So for the matchups, I've got some rankings here for the Bengals and the Jets. So obviously the Bengals are 3-4. The Jets are 0-7, which honestly seems crazy to me. I thought for sure they'd won a game.
Yeah.
They have not. I really don't want to be the first game that the Jets win. I really don't. I really, really, really don't. So, but here's the crazy thing. Despite that record, their overall rank for their team is 23rd via PFF grades, and ours is 30. Their offense is ranked 29th, and ours is only ranked 28th. Their defense is ranked, they're tied for 16th, and ours is ranked 29th. So they outrank us in a lot of categories. Special teams, 5th. How are they 5th on special teams? I can only assume it's because they kick a lot of field goals, but I don't know how PFF comes up with these grades, but we're ranked 18th on special teams. So I'm not, like I said, I am not sleeping on this game. I mean, they only lost to the Broncos by 2 on Sunday. They only lost to the Buccaneers by 2, and they only lost to the Panthers the Panthers game was 13-6. I don't even know how you come up with that score, but that was the score from the Panthers game. And I don't think the Panthers are impressive in any way this year either, unfortunately. But it's just
Panthers game is a good example of why we should be.
Yeah, Cav says Panthers game is a good example of why we should beat them.
The other two.
But I mean, the fact that they only lost those games by a couple of points, that's it's giving Bengals of seasons past for sure. But and then they've got some really high ranked guys. Garrett Wilson is their wide receiver. He's ranked 29th out of 126 wide receivers. He's ranked 29th, and Armand Membu is ranked 24th out of 78. He's their tackle, and Breece Hall is ranked 22nd out of 53. He's their halfback running back. So they've got some pretty highly ranked guys. And then on defense, they've got the 9th ranked defensive interior guy out of 125 in Quentin Williams, and then Jawan Briggs 15th out of 125. Like, these guys are ranked really, really high. And again, it's PFF, and I know there's some debate about all of that, but I feel like it's a pretty fair across the board. So the fact that they have all these guys that are ranked so highly, it really kind of scares me a little bit. Not that I think that we can't beat them, but it definitely gives me pause, and I'm not going to think that this is a game we're just going to walk into. And so
Exactly.
that's all I got to say. Plus, it's my birthday, and we have lost on my birthday for a lot of years.
We need to be able to celebrate properly after the game.
I would love to see a win on my birthday for the first time, since I think, honestly, I'd have to look back. I can't remember the last time we won a game on my birthday. We've lost everyone in recent memory. So it'd be nice. It'd be nice if we could win. But all right. Anything? I know there's not really an injury report yet, Kayla. Obviously, Mike Gesicki tore his pec, and that's devastating. So he's going to be out for the year. But has there been any other big news?
That's what I would be watching for, is to see when Hendrickson will be back. But
yeah, that'd be great. That would be great. I guarantee we would have had a sack on Thursday night if he had been in the game. But that's for us. Same with me with the Reds games. What's the same? Oh, they lose on your birthday? Oh, yeah. Oh, Sauce is in concussion protocol.
Okay.
Interesting.
that'll be one to keep an eye on.
Yeah. He is a well-loved man in Cincinnati from his time at UC, but he's definitely good. All right. Let's see. What else? Oh, I wanted to talk about the Fitz and Witch show down at Covington Yard on Wednesday night before the Thursday night game. So much fun. Love those guys. I just love everything about them, and I was so glad to see them. I don't think Ryan Fitzpatrick remembered me, so that was, or if he did, he did not bring it up. So I was thankful for that. Last time, I think I said last time, Kelsey, you weren't here last time. I talked about when I met him at the Super Bowl, and I embarrassed myself because I was eating a sandwich. And anyway, I'm glad he doesn't remember that. I would like to forget it as well. But no, it was really cool. They let everybody come up and ask questions. They were really cool. They told a lot of really funny stories. Apparently, they were both very naked during the COVID years because they had cameras in all the facilities, so they would just moon the cameras every chance they got. And I just thought that was so funny. And they told a lot of really, really fun stories. And I forgot that Ryan Fitzpatrick played on the Dolphins team that 2019 Burrow Bowl game.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. And it was so funny because he broke it down. And I was there. I was literally there in Miami, standing in what I guess would equate to the south end zone in Miami. And he was the quarterback. And I forgot that he was the quarterback because he's played on so many teams. I just, I forgot. 9 to be exact. I memorized them just in case they asked me that question. But
You named them.
can I name them still? I don't know. I don't think I can anymore. I remember I was like, maybe they'll ask trivia, and maybe they'll ask how many teams has Ryan Fitzpatrick played on, and I was going to memorize them. Yeah,
Tennessee,
Cap still knows them.
Houston,
Yeah,
New York Jets,
Here you go.
Tampa Bay, Miami, Washington.
yep.
Chronological order.
Wow, chronological order. Cap just did. So yeah, but it was so much fun. It was a lot of fun, and Covington Yard is just a really cool place. And if you haven't been there, I really encourage everyone to check it out. It's just really, really, it's a nice space, and they've got these nice, they're almost like food trucks, but they're not really food trucks. But the food was really good. I had a really great time. So I encourage everybody to check that out. Tori. Yeah, my girl Tori Meeker, she does a lot of the promotional stuff there, and she does a great job. She bartends, she does it all. She's a woman of many talents, and I'm happy that she's my friend. But they also had vendors there at this thing, and I want to show you guys these earrings I got because they're so cute. I got these little earrings, and this lady, let's see if I can figure this out. She makes these out of footballs. It's an actual football.
That's so
and then
cool.
she puts a little tiger on it and makes it into a little earring. And they're genuine footballs. And I thought that was so cute. And she also has, these were on the Cincy hat table. I got my Cincy hat koozie, and then they had these little hair clips. And I thought that was so cute. So I love little hair clips like this. I've made hair clips are like my whole work personality because I wear boring scrubs at work. So I have like a bunch of hair clips now. It's like it's like my thing at work. So
I like that one.
But anyway, so that was a lot of fun. And that she is Sawdust and Stain on Instagram, I believe. I can link it in the description, but Sawdust and Stain 5. Sawdust and Stain 5. And actually it's on my Instagram story today because Covington Yard posted about it, and they caught me shopping. So that's on my Instagram story, is me shopping at her booth. And so it was a lot of fun. So if they ever do it again, I really recommend everybody come out. There was a lot of empty seats. I was surprised at how many empty seats there were. I thought the place would be packed, to be honest with you. So next time they do it, everybody come on out, and it's a really good time. So
shout out to Fitz and Witt for picking the Bengals.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Fitz and Witt for picking the Bengals. I didn't even know they did that. I haven't gotten a chance to watch the Amazon.
Well, they did when we were there.
Oh yeah. Well, they did. Yeah. But you never know what they're going to say when the camera's on them, But yeah. I do want to watch that because I do think it's funny that everyone was chanting "Thank you, Cleveland" at the end. I do want to watch the broadcast at some point, but yeah, it was really cool, and I love that Big Wit was the ruler of the jungle. I don't want there to be any bad blood between us and Big Wit, and he did talk a little bit about it too, about the move and how heartbroken he was at the thing on Wednesday night, and it was really cool to hear that perspective from him about how devastated he was and how devastated his wife and his whole family, his children, and they all really went through it when that happened. And I think that he still has a lot of love for Cincinnati, and I think we all still have a lot of love for him too. Oh yeah, and we saw Jordan Palmer was there too. Carson Palmer's brother. Yeah, and I love Jordan Palmer. He's so nice. He came and talked to us at the Wilson factory opening, and he introduced himself, and he told us some stories about Carson and stuff like that. And I love him. And when I saw him, I was like, what are you doing here? It was just really cool. So yeah, it was a really good time. Next time, everyone should come out. All right, you guys got anything before we head out?
No, I don't think so.
Nope.
Ready
All
for
right.
Sunday.
Sunday, regular time, which I kind of love. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of just love the 1 o'clock games. It's just nice to it's comfortable, it's like my routine is the same. I like it. So anyway, all right, guys. Well, thanks everybody for watching. We appreciate you guys. Thank you everybody in the chat. Hoo day, and we'll see you later.
Hoo day.
Hoo day.